Do you see that finish line? No. Do you see it? Because seeing it don't mean you're going to appear there. Seeing it don't mean nothing. You can stare at that finish line all day. It will not move 1 inch closer to you. And you think if you're the fastest, you finish quicker. Sure. If this was a marathon I was talking about, if this was a race, but this right here is life. And life is not a sprint. Life is not about who gets there first. Life is not about who's the fastest. Life is not a competition for the quickest exit. The race of life is slow. The race of life is steady. And getting there the quickest, that is not a victory. That is a disservice to yourself. This is about the journey. So say it with me. This is about the journey. Because the man or the woman who took their time, who lived in the journey, when they cross that finish line, they get to maintain everything. But the one who rushed, the one who only cared about being first, the one who crossed that same line, and he has nothing. He cannot hold onto what he ran past. He cannot maintain what he refused to learn. You want to know why? Because the one who was slow, he wasn't slow. He was building. He was learning. While the other man was too busy running to pick up a single lesson along the way. I need you to ask yourself, how do you maintain something you don't even have the knowledge to hold on to? How? But hey, at least he finished first. At least he finished first. First and empty. Because you can hold a trophy in your hand and still have nothing in your spirit. You can be first and still be the first one to fall. See? He finished first. But can he defend it? He cannot rebuild it if it gets taken from him. He cannot teach it. He cannot pass it down because he doesn't even understand how he got there in the first place. So what good is being first if you can't stay there? What good is a crown you don't even know how to wear? He finished first, and he'll lose it just as fast. Because a title without a testimony does not last. A finish line without a journey don't mean a damn thing. And right there, that's the trap. That's the trap so many of us fall into. We chasing the finish line so hard. We forgot to ask ourselves, what happens after? What happens when I get there and the crowd goes home? Because everybody want to wear the crown. But nobody wants to carry the weight that comes with it. Now that's the part they don't show you. That's the part they don't put in your highlight reels. Everybody want to see the finish line. Everybody sees the crowd. Everybody sees the crown, the trophy, the moment you cross over. But nobody wants to see the work. Nobody wants to see the nights you didn't sleep. Nobody wants to see the times that you fell down in the middle of that race and had to pick yourself back up again while nobody's watching. Because That's the part that builds you. That's the part that forms you. You don't get formed in the moment you cross that finish line. You get formed in a mile before it. In a mile where nobody's cheering. In a mile where it's just you and the pain and the choice to keep going anyway. And see, that's what the fast man missed. He skipped the miles that matter. He skipped the miles where character gets built, where patience gets tested, where faith gets tested. He was so focused on getting there first. He ran right past his own growth. He crossed that line, a champion on paper, but a stranger to himself. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to run a race. And I don't even recognize the man who won it. I want to get there and know every step it took to arrive. Now I must ask you, how many of you have been so focused on that finish line, you forgot the reason you wanted to get there in the first place? So mesmerized by finishing first, that the joy that you had when you started, it faded, it's gone, quiet. And now it feels just like a job. You have been so focused on finishing first, your spark is now gone. You've lost your reasoning. A dream that once lit fire inside of you now gives you that same feeling you get when you clock into work. Same feeling, same tread, same, here we go again. And that right there is why slow and steady wins the race. Because when you take your time, you don't just learn along the journey. You get to keep it. You get to keep that feeling you had when you started. You get to remember why you started that thing in the first place. For they say, do what you love. It'll eventually pay off. But don't you dare turn what you love into a job. Because if you do, you will lose your love for it. You will wake up one day chasing a finish line so hard. You forgot you used to run just because it made you feel alive. So don't trade your fire for a finish line. Now, let's go over what we have learned so far. You see that finish line, that's good. But it does not matter who's the fastest. It does not matter who gets there first. What matters, what truly matters, what you learn on that journey. And don't you dare turn what you love into a job. Don't you dare kill your own joy. Don't you dare kill your own spark for the sake of your passion. So let me ask you something. If God gave you everything you asked for right now, this second, without the lesson, without the endurance to keep it, without the strength to defend it from those who seek to take what you have acquired. Because I promise you, there are people out here who are willing to take what you have acquired. Do you truly think you'll be able to hold on to it all? Or would you just enjoy it for a brief moment and lose it all? I'll tell you what I think. I think you would lose it all. Because without the lesson you learn along the way, you have no foundation. And what stands on no foundation falls. God don't give you the blessings. He gives you the battles that prepares you for the blessings. He gives you the mile that nobody sees. So that when that blessing finally comes, you got the strength to hold on to it, the wisdom to protect it, and the faith to keep it all. Even when everything and everybody comes to take it from you. So don't pray for that finish line without praying for the journey. Because the journey isn't a punishment. It's your preparation. So remember, you are phenomenal. If anybody tell you otherwise,